Lo-Shu-Grid is a square-shaped design which consists of 9 numbers from 1 to 9 with 3 rows and 3 columns. Total of each row and each column sums to 15. Chinese numerology has always been associated with the magical Lo-Shu-Grid, which was discovered around 4,000 years ago. The intrinsic patterns of the base chart, together with the way the numbers move about the grid, are believed to offer clues on the characteristics and outcomes of events within the environment. The Loshu Grid is the central principle behind flying star Fengshui and also used in the interpretation of individual birth charts. The story of this square's origin dates back to almost 4,000 years old China. Legend says that Chinese people found a tortoise shell during the flood of the river Lo. This tortoise shell had a 3x3 square on its back, and the sum of every horizontal, vertical and diagonal row was added up to 15. Now 15 is the number of days between the new moon and the full moon. Number 5 was highly regarded in China, and this magic square had number 5 in center. In China it was considered auspicious omen because they believed that God lived inside tortoise and turtle shells. The magical Loshu Grid is equally divided into 6 parts, 3 vertically and 3 horizontally respectively. 3 horizontal Loshu planes, top row, 4, 9 and 2. It is called the mental plane. Represents the head of a person. Includes thinking, creating, imagining and analyzing. Middle row, 3, 5 and 7. It is called the emotional plane. Represents the body. Includes spirituality, intuition, feelings and emotions. Bottom row, 8, 1 and 6. It is called the practical plane. Represents the feet. Includes physical labor, creativity, and the ability to be practical in everyday life. Similarly, the vertical rows are also interpreted as follows. 3 vertical Loshu planes, top row, 4, 3 and 8. It is called the thought plane. Reveals a person's ability to come up with ideas, create things and carry them through to fruition. Middle row, 9, 5 and 1. It is called the will plane. Gives determination and persistence to succeed. Bottom row, 2, 7 and 6. It is called the action plane. Shows the person's ability to put his thoughts into action. Meaning of numbers. Number 1, communication. It is associated with the communication. It relates how an individual reacts and communicates with others. Number 2, sensitive and intuition. It is associated with sensitive and intuition power. It relates how sensitive and intuitive an individual is. Number 3, planning and imagination. It relates the intellectual capacity of an individual and the memory and ability to think clearly and logically. Number 4, discipline and organized. It relates to neat, tidy and good with details. On a broad level we can say an individual is practical and hardworking too. Also represents order and balance. Number 5, balance, emotional and mental. It is associated with balance. It relates to balance and emotional stability of an individual. Also relates to freedom. Number 6, home and family. It relates to creativity and love for home and family. It also relates an individual to be helpful with people and friendship. These individuals are very insecure for their home and family. Number 7, disappointments. It relates to sacrifice. Their heart rules overhead. They learn through their losses or disappointments of 4 kinds, which are love, emotional, health, and finance respectively. Number 8, discipline and organized. It is associated with discipline and organized. It relates to attention to detail. Number 9, humanitarian. It is associated with humanitarian. It relates to idealism, valor, and ambition.